Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture series on DBMS. In our last discussion, we discussed about the functional dependency, and today we are going to see the example so that we can understand the concept better. So now this is a relational model, and for this instance we have to find out that whether these functional dependencies are valid or not, right? So we know that there is one simple rule to know that is, if there is a functional dependency from alpha to beta and these alpha and beta are belonging to same relational model, then for one value of alpha, there cannot be two different values of beta. One simple rule, right? So now let's look at the first functional dependency. Over here, we have the value of A, right? Next, the value of A again. These two values are different, so we don't have to worry about it. Next, the value of A is A again. Now for this row and this row, the value of A is same. So we'll have to check that the value of BC should not be different, right? So over here, for this row, the value of BC is 2, 3, and for this row as well, the value is 2, 3. So it is fine. Now in next row again the value of A is A, so it should be also same as before, so the value again is 2, 3. So for all the values, same values of A, we have the same value of BC. So this functional dependency we can say is valid because for all same values of alpha, we got the same values of beta, right? Now the second functional dependency is from DE to C. So now the first row is 4, 5. Next row again the value of DE is 4, 5. So we'll have to check that for these two rows the value of C should be same. So we can look over here, the value of C is same. So it is fine. Now the next row value of DE is 6, 5, right? So this is different from above rows. So that is fine. Next, the value of DE is 6, 6. Now this is very important to understand over here. The value of D for both the rows are same, but the value of E is different, right? So now since over here it is DE, that means if we have to consider the value of two rows as same, then the value of D and E, both the values have to be same. That means over here, if only the value of D is same and the value of E is different, and the value of E over here and in this row are same, but the value of D is different, so we'll consider them as different only, right? For two rows to be same, the value of both the attributes, that is D and E, has to be same, right? Because the dependency is from DE to C, that is DE combined to C, right? So we can say these two rows are different. Likewise, these two rows are also different, although over here the value of E is same and over here the value of D is same. We know now that we need to have the values of DE both same. Then only we can say that two rows are same. So we could see that for two same values of DE, we had same values of C. So again, this functional dependency is valid. Now next is C to DE. So over here for C we can see that all the rows have same value. So we'll have to check that all the rows of DE must be having the same value. So over here from C to DE. So this is same, this row is same. From C to DE, again this row is same. But now we can see that for C3, here we have value 4, 5, but here we have value 6, 5. So now for these two rows, we can see that the value of 3 is not same, right? So this functional dependency we can say is not valid because for two same values of C, we could find two different values of DE, right? So this functional dependency is not valid. Now from BC to A. Now we have BC 2, 3, fine. A3 we know now, although the value of C is same, but For BC, we know that both the values have to be same to consider it as same value. So now these two rows are different because value of B is different and we are considering BC in combination, right? Next, again BC is 2, 3. Now both 2, 3, both BC values are same. So for both these rows, we now know that the value of A should be same. And we can see that for both the rows, the value of A is A, that is same. Now again, we have BC value as 2, 3. And now again, for this 2, 3, these 2, 3, these are the same rows. So for all these three same rows, we need same values of A, and that we have, right? So again, this functional dependency is valid. Now let's look at one more example over here. Now the relational model that we have is this, and we have to find out whether these functional dependencies that we have are valid or not for this instance, right? Now first functional dependency says that xy to z and z to y. So we know xy to z, right? Now we know that all these values for xy are different. Again, the value of xy over here is different. Now we know that if we have for one value of alpha, if we have two different values of beta, then that should not be permittable. However, if there are two values of alpha, then for both the values, if value of beta is same, so there is no issue. So we need to understand over here, if in all the rows the value of alpha is different, does it matter that what is the value of beta? The only issue is that if we have same value of alpha in two rows, then we need to check whether beta is same or not. But if we can find that the value of alpha in all rows are different, so we don't even have to check for beta, because it is never going to happen that the functional dependency is violating, because for all different values, even if all the values of beta are same, that is not an issue. Only thing is, if we have two same values of alpha, it should not have the same value, it should not have the different value of beta, right? So over here we can see that xy value is different in all the rows. So from this we don't even have to check the value of z. We know this functional dependency is fine. But for this option to be true, this functional dependency also has to be true. Now let's see value in z, value of z. We can see that these two are the rows where the value of z is same. So we have to check whether the value of y is same over there or not. So now let's see, for this value of z, we have different values of y. So for one value of alpha, we have got two values of beta, and we know that is not permittable. So this functional dependency is not a valid functional dependency, because in this, although this functional dependency was valid, but this functional dependency was not valid, and for this option to be true, we had to have both the functional dependencies to be valid. Next, we have functional dependency from yz to x. Now we can see over here yz, all the values, if we see, all the values are different, right? We don't have any value that is same. So again, we don't even have to check the value of x. We can say that this functional dependency is true. Now next we have to find out from y to z. Now let's see, for y we can see again all the values are different. So we don't even have to check whether the value of z is same or different. We can say this functional dependency is valid. So actually this functional dependency, this option is correct. Next, let's see yz to x. Although among these four options, one option had to be correct, this is correct. But let's understand what is happening in these functional dependencies. So over here, yz to x. Now again we know that yz, all the values are different. So this functional dependency is fine. Now we need to find out x to z. So for x to z, we know these three are the rows in which the value of x are same. So the value of z has to be same in all the three rows. But we can see that the value of value of z over here, although in these two rows the value is same, but over here the value is different, right? So for one value of x, we are receiving actually two values of z. So this functional dependency over here is not valid. So this option becomes that these functional dependencies in this option, actually this option becomes wrong. Next is over here x z to y. Now we can see over here x z to y, right? So now we can see 1 2 fine, 1 3 again it is different, 1 3 this is same, that means this row and this row, these two rows for x and z are same, so we'll have to check the value of y, and we can see that the value of y is different, right? So for same value of alpha, we got two different values of beta, so this functional dependency is actually not valid. Let's check this one as well. So y to z, we know all values of y are different, so we don't even have to check z. So this functional dependency is fine, but this option becomes wrong. So in this particular example, we have learned that if we have different values of alpha, we don't even have to check for beta. We can simply say that the functional dependency is valid, because if all the values of alpha are different, so this is never going to happen that for two values of alpha we are getting the same value of beta, because all the values are different only, right? So this we understood with this example over here. Now let's understand one more example over here. Now for this instance, whether these functional dependencies are valid or not. Now let's see A to C. Now we know that all the values of A over here are different. So do we have to check the value of C? No. We can simply say this functional dependency is valid. But one more thing we have to look over here, that all the values of beta over here are same, right? So we need to consider again for two different values of alpha. If we have two different values of alpha, if beta value is same, we have no issue with it. But if different values of alpha are there, then the value of beta should be same. Now, if we are saying this only, that all the values of beta are same, now for all the different values of alpha, we already know beta value is same. Do we have to check what is the value of alpha? No, right? So if we see that over here in this example, although for A also we could eliminate checking C, but we know that C value also was same, so we did not even have to check A. Let's move forward. So now we have BD to C. Now in this example, you know that by looking at this table, you can straight away see that all the values of C are same, right? So now in this case, you don't even have to check the value of BD by simply seeing that all the values of C are going to be same. Now whatever the value of alpha is there is no issue. Even if all the values of alpha are same, fine. All the values of alpha are different, we already know there is no issue. But if there are two values of alpha that are same, so we are definitely going to get the same value of beta, because all the values of beta are same. So if this is happening, so we need to know one case that we understood is, if all the values of alpha are different, we don't even have to check the value of beta. And if all the values of beta, however, are same, we don't even have to check for the value of alpha. So this is how these questions can be attempted quickly. So over here, we know all the values of beta is going to be same. So it is never going to happen that we find two alpha with the different values. So this condition, this functional dependency also becomes true. Now next functional dependency is AB to D. So now we need to check AB. Do we have two same values for AB? So we can see, since all the values of A are in fact different, we are never going to get the two same values of AB combined. Although the values of B are same, but we know that we have to check for the combined value of AB. So we know AB combined value for these are not same, because the value of A are different. So again, we can see that all the values of AB are different. So this functional dependency is valid. We don't even have to check for the value of D. This functional dependency is valid only by this, that all the values of AB are different, right? Now again, A to BD, we know that all the values of A are different. So we can simply say this functional dependency is going to be true, right? So by these two methods, we can quickly check out whether any functional dependency given for an instance of relational model, whether those are valid or not. So I hope with these examples, you understood the concept of functional dependencies better. Thank you.